with the health watch, my blacknificent wife, Mama Kala, is going to drop the boom.
Greetings, everyone.
She's going to look over the room and then lower the boom.
Right.
Thank you for joining us. You should have a few more people joining us online as well. So you can cue us when we're good to go. Now recording as well from my side.
Let me just type this out.
Body Products. We are here live in East Legon, and I'm so excited that today I am joined by the Blacknificent, Black Powerful, and Blacktacular Kala Kambon. So welcome to Health Watch Thursday at New Earth.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay, are those online able to hear us now? Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to Health Watch Thursday at New Earth Health Foods in Ghana. My name is Obadele Kambon. I am the founder of Abibitumi, that translates to Black Power in the Tree language. And I am joined by the most Blacknificent, the most Blacktiful, the most Black Powerful, the most Blackerific, and the most spectacular woman that I know. And she's usually behind the scenes, but she's going to come out in front of the camera today. Introduce yourself.
So greetings, everyone. On both platforms, we're joining from the YouTube channel for New Earth and also on Abibitumi. So greetings to everybody. I'm Mama Kala, or Kala Kambon, also known as Mama Kala. And I am, many things. I wear many hats. One of them is as a writer, as an educator. And I'm also a mother of 5 beautiful children and wife to this guy right here, and a sister and many other things, and a very strong health advocate through several of the businesses that we have. Among them is Nkwa, which is a vegan food service that we provide. We're also involved in so many different businesses as the Kambon family, and I'm part of those works as well. So, I'm here to talk about the health aspect of what I do and what I've done for this 21-day water cleanse.
And let me tell you, my wife is a great organizer, like just monumental, blackumental even, organizer. And what I love is that you've reorganized your entire life. Now, you are a health advocate, but I know people who are out there as health advocates, and they can't do a 21-day water fast. They can't eat, they start getting the shivers after, day 1, right? So if you could just explain what exactly a water fast is and what the benefits are, just as far as that goes. Let me know about what is a water fast. Is it just at sundown, I'm going to pig out? Are there any benefits to it? Do I just get, what is it?
Okay, so a water fast is exactly how it sounds. You're just drinking water. You don't eat anything at any point, not even a little piece of anything. You're not drinking anything else but water for the entire time that you are on the fast, which could be from 3 days, 7 days, or 21 days, as I did.
Wow. 21 days. That requires like just a next level of discipline, Mama Kala. I have to say that as your husband, I am proud of you.
Thank you.
Because me, myself, I ain't done no 21. I do 3 days. I could do 3 days. I'll roll with you on 3 days. But on day 4, I may, bail on you and say, all right, Mama Kala, enjoy the journey. So that's exactly what I want to go to. If you can speak on your personal journey, where did it start? And were there any type of challenges that you encounter on the way to success, stunning success?
Thanks. The journey really started as seeing where my health was at a certain point and wanted to do something about it, and feeling like the water cleanse was one of the best ways for me to deal with a lot of the health issues I was dealing with at that time.
That's so interesting.
So at that time, and the time that I'm referring to is October of last year. So from October 1st until October 21st is when I did the water fast.
Okay.
And before that, I had been diagnosed with some underlying health issues, including type 2 diabetes.
Wow, that's it.
And that had developed as a result of me being pregnant and getting gestational diabetes, which ended up later becoming type 2 diabetes. So there were
So when you say gestational diabetes, you know, maybe people don't know what is gestational diabetes, because those are big words to me even. So
right. So that is when you develop the symptoms of diabetes during pregnancy only. Like when a woman becomes pregnant, she can develop the symptoms of diabetes, and then once the baby is born, the symptoms go away. However, women who develop gestational diabetes are more highly likely to get type 2 diabetes later on if they're not taking care of themselves.
And type 2, what's the type 2 all about?
So, you know, there is type 1 and type 2 diabetes, and the difference is with type 1, and I'll just read from here, the type 1 and type 2, the type 1, the pancreas does not make insulin because the body's immune system attacks something called the islet cells in the pancreas that make insulin. But in type 2 diabetes, the pancreas makes less insulin than used to, and the body becomes resistant to insulin.
Wow. Okay.
So I developed that, and with that comes a lot of symptoms. And people could, you know, generally there's things like you can develop nerve damage from type 2, from diabetes. You can develop eyesight loss, and a lot of really, you know, if you don't manage it, it can lead to death. So for me, it being that I have 5 children, a husband, and at the time I had my in-laws, all of us living together. I was there taking care of everyone, and I needed to make sure that I was also taking care of myself.
Absolutely.
So I can be there for everyone else. And so that began the journey of me doing this 21-day water fast. I also did a lot of research, so I knew what I was getting into. I had also done it before, so I knew what I was getting into. However, this time, the difference between the time before and this time was that there's some other things I needed to do to follow up with the water fast that I didn't do the last time. So now I'm doing those things this time.
Now, those of you who are joined on Abibitumi, those who are on YouTube, this is more than intriguing. This is black-triguing. This is more than magnificent. This is absolutely blacknificent. Now, one thing I know about the diabetes, which is, you know, very scary, is I know sometimes people have like they end up having to get amputated, like the toes amputated, feet amputated, legs amputated. Like, you had mentioned some type of symptoms. Was there anything going on, like, okay, well, I'm not feeling stuff, like going to
so my symptoms that I had before I started the water cleanse, I had developed a severe pain in my legs and my feet. And it felt like I had been running for miles.
Wow.
But I hadn't done anything. I would wake up in the morning, stand up, and I would be in excruciating pain in my feet. So that was one thing. And then my toes started to become numb. That was another issue. And I think all of these were related to the diabetes. I also, you know, I was very tired all the time. And, you know, these were some of my issues, and I felt like I could do, obviously I knew I could do something about it, and being that I had my 5th child, and he was already a year old, this was my time to start weaning him off of breastfeeding so that I could now start doing a water fast.
Okay. So that must have been scary, you know, in terms of, okay, I'm feeling pain in my legs, you know, my toes are numb, because that's what we know about diabetes, is that there start to be symptoms, especially around the legs, as far as I know. So this is really, really amazing that you saw this. And is there anything else you wanted to share? You saw it.
I mean, it was a personal check for me on my health and how I was living. You know, I was eating a so-called vegan diet lifestyle, but that was a very starchitarian lifestyle. I was eating too many starches, which is not healthy. A vegan diet is supposed to be balanced with not over, you know, too many of the pastas and the breads and those types of things, and I was not doing that. So I think that further made this situation worse than it was. And then it was scary. It was scary to be, my toes going numb. I ran to the hospital trying to figure out what I should be doing to make sure that I was okay. And it was a very personal time, you know, a moment for me where I was like, I need to do something about this right now. I was, you know, it was a very scary time at that time. So
now, ladies and gentlemen, this is just so interesting. Your story is interesting, and then it's also inspiring, that just to have some type of symptoms and decide that you're going to change, right? Immediately. Also, part of it is my family has a history of diabetes, and some of them have passed away as a result of it. Some of them have lost parts of their body, had to be amputated as a result of poor blood circulation, as a result of the breakdown of the body due to diabetes. So almost all of my living family members all have it currently. So I was very concerned too for that reason. I didn't want to be a victim of those types of issues. Now, I have a set of questions that I want to get to. Now, just in terms of what you just shared, because I don't want to ignore that. Now, people say, oh, well, it's genetic. Is it just that, or is everybody in the family eating the same thing? I know, you know, there are certain times people will go to whatever, a Thanksgiving dinner, and everybody's eating the same yams, you know, with sugar on them, the same turkey. So is it food? Is it genetics? Is it a combination of the two? Let me hear from you, because you're the expert on this. You know, if you ain't done a 21-day fast, you're not an expert on anything health related. So I'm listening to the 21-day woman, and in Yoruba, I'm calling her Iya Olomi. That's Mami Wata in Yoruba. Iya Olomi, because she owns the water. So let me know from you as an expert.
I don't know if I would call myself an expert, but
I'm gonna call you that.
I would say that it's a diet. It's more diet than anything else. You change your diet, then you can heal yourself from these issues. And I would definitely say a water cleanse does a body reset for you, and I'll explain that a little bit more, but it resets your body to an optimal state. So all the health issues that you could possibly be dealing with, your body is able to take the time to repair and deal with those things while it's not having to eat, while you're not eating and digesting and using up a lot of your energy towards digestion. That energy is now going towards repairing the cells and any other imbalances that are going on in the body that lead to these health problems.
So I remember when you was first telling me about doing this talk, and I was just so excited about, you know, you doing this talk. You used the term, I think it was like factory reset, right? Factory. So, you know, you get the phone, it's quick when you first get it, but you start downloading stuff, you know, you lose space, bloatware, and there's a factory reset. Tell me about this idea, this concept, because I thought it was a brilliant concept that you came up with, my sister. So tell me about this factory reset button that you press with this 21-day cleanse?
With the 21-day cleanse, what happens is your body goes through several stages of healing.
All right. Break it down.
The first stage, and you do have to prepare yourself to go into this fast and then also transition out of it. But once you start, and I'll explain the transition in and out as well, but once you start...
And just real quick, how did you feel as you were starting? Did you feel anything like, oh, I may not be able to do it? Or, what did the preparation give you the confidence? Let me know a little bit about how you were feeling about it.
It actually took me some time to get started because it's a major shift in your routine. That the first stage of the water cleanse is the first 3 days where you're going through a serious withdrawal from food. So you get serious headaches. You could be very tired because you're not eating. It's just how you feel, like the same way you would feel if you went through a day and didn't eat anything. That's how you feel for the first 3 days of not eating anything. So, having to deal with hunger pains and all that stuff, that's kind of, you have to be mentally geared up to get yourself through those first 3 days.
Fortitude, you gotta have some serious
so I
discipline and fortitude.
initially had tried to start before October, and I was like, no, and there was a lot of other things going on in my life that made it seem stressful to me to even do it. But I also feel like stress is something, it's a perception. So you can perceive things as stressful, or you can perceive them as a means of, moving forward. So at certain points I wasn't able to start, but by October 1st, I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I just started, and then just kept going. So,
and let me draw people's attention to this, because I don't know if y'all can see through the camera, but you are like glowing. You are like absolutely radiant. Like it's like the sunshine has just come. And, I feel like this 21-day fast, this factory reset, has given you like a certain, like even the way, energy. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about that, because I wanted to ask you what motivated you to go on the water fast. I think you gave that in terms of, health challenges. And I have a follow-up question, because, I'm going to come back to the radiance, because like y'all, I don't think those online can really even see the way that this woman is like glowing. Like they have a light over here in the corner, but it's nothing compared to the sheer radiance and the glow coming off of this deeply melanated woman. Like it's just like, okay. But I almost forgot what I was gonna say. How did you decide on the duration of 21 days? Well, 21, like, are you a blackjack player? You just said 21. Like what let you know that 21 is the magic number? Break it down for me, sister.
Well, I knew that I had a certain health goal I wanted to accomplish. And I did some research and found that on a water fast, you lose about 1 pound per day.
Wow.
I wanted to lose maybe 35 pounds. So I knew that doing 7 days or 3 days wasn't going to get me where I wanted to be. And
so hold up, 35 pounds. Is that even possible to lose 35 pounds?
In 21 days? It is possible, in addition to doing exercise during the fast. And people are wondering, well, how are you even moving around that much during a fast?
Hold up, so you did exercise as you were doing the fast too?
I did, not the whole time, but as I was getting towards the end of it.
Wow, that's even more impressive, because like if I do a 3-day, I mentioned this, I'll do a 3-day water fast at the solstice or the equinox, but by day 3 I'm feeling weak and whatever. You just mentioned energy, so I want to say, for those who are online, both on Abibitumi and on YouTube, like it seems like people would need some guidance, even in terms of how to get to that point where they feel energetic, because I'm just winging it. and I'm feeling weak, but it's like you have the secret that maybe you could guide other people through how they can feel energetic enough to be exercising towards the end of the 21-day fast. Please.
Well, I do need to mention this. After 3 days, your body goes into a state of what's called ketosis. Ketosis,
okay.
That's when your body starts burning off the fat that has been stored on your body, and since it's no longer getting sources of sugar and fats from the food that you were eating, and in order to get energy from the fat, it turns that fat into something called ketones, and that's what the body uses to give itself the nutrients and energy that you need during that time.
Okay.
So that's what you want, and that's how it becomes that's how the water fast becomes such a rapid way of weight loss, is because your body is now in a position to just start burning off all the fat that's stored all over you.
Wow. Okay.
So that by the end of it, you could have lost 30 pounds or 21 pounds, depending on your lifestyle and the level of activity. But I lost, and I have to say, I lost about 21 pounds on the first 21 days. But then I did take a pause, and then came back and did a 10-day pause, and then I did 10 more days, and I ended up doing 35, and that's how I did the 35 days.
So hold on. This is why I'm saying, if you haven't done a 21-day fast, I don't want nobody on the planet to call themselves a health guru. I'm gonna ask them, "You a health guru? All right, show me the 21 days. What's the start date and the end date? Okay, now you a health guru." So not only did you do 21 days, you did an additional 10 days on top of that.
I did.
And tell me, are you on a water cleanse even right now as I'm talking to you?
I actually am. I'm on day 2. So
Mommy water.
I did want to talk about the follow-up after you do a 21-day water cleanse. So yeah, wow. I'm on this, drinking some water right now, but yes.
So hold up. You need to be like a celebrity endorsing water. Like, we ain't gonna show the labels on any of these water bottles unless you hire this woman.
There are specific brands that I use during the water fast, so I can mention those at the end. But definitely,
hold up. Let them hire you as a brand ambassador, and then we can mention the names. But I think for those who are online, those who really want to learn more, you should contact
reach out to me,
Mama
definitely.
Kala, and she'll give you those contact details of how you can find out more, in terms of, okay, what's the difference? Some people might think, oh, well, water is water. But I think that there's different types of water that you may, have. Was there something else you wanted to mention before I come to the next question?
Did I answer the last question? I don't know if I did.
I asked you how did you decide the duration, and you had mentioned a pound a day,
right?
And if you know what your target is,
right. So so I had a goal for this fast, and that's why I decided it would be 21 days.
Okay.
And it was based off of me knowing how much weight I wanted to lose, and the weight is also a part of the diabetic issues. You have to be you have to reduce your weight in order for it to get better. So I knew I had to do that, definitely, just for general health, but just to resolve those issues that I was dealing with. So I did, I knew I had to be at least 21 days to get as close to my target weight loss goal as possible. So
this is Black amazing. This is Blacknificent, and it really shows just in terms of
I would say I was sluggish, I was tired. My sister-in-law Nataki, like to tell this story about, she's older than me, but people would see us at that time and say, am I her mom? And thinking I had 6 children instead of 5, to the point where there was a time when we all went to the beach together, and you have to pay to get in, And because they thought we had 6 children in the back, including her, we didn't have to pay the adult rate for her. Okay. So, and thought we were her parents. And several times people have thought myself and her brother are actually her parents. So experiences like that, you know.
But I'm sure nobody's thinking that now. They
definitely
thinking,
not now.
Yeah?
Definitely not now. So,
because you're looking so young and vibrant.
I mean, and I would say that's one of the things that one of the benefits that you get out of it is even during the fast, you get a boost of energy. That's part of that whole factory reset. Wow. I went from being fatigued to having a lot of energy, like a lot.
We're gonna have you trademark that factory reset, because this is it's like a mind-blowing concept that you've come up with, and it's, you know, I think it's inspiring. Like other people will be out there like, you know what, I need to do a factory reset. Mama Carla, you the phone repairer around here. How do I do a factory reset? This is really amazing. Now, you mentioned a little bit about how you went into the fast. How did you come out the fast? Because if it's me and I'm coming out the fast, I may have some vegan mac and cheese. I may have, you know, some vegan lasagna. I may have some vegan fufu. I may have some, you know, vegan apapransa. Right?
Okay.
How did you come out of the fast? Because maybe you want to come out.
Well, let me backtrack, because I didn't actually say how I got into it.
Okay, let's start with that.
I do have to say the way I got in may not be the best way to start. Okay. The way you do start is by lessening your cooked food intake, and then you lessen your solid food intake. So for example, maybe about 3 days before you're going to start your water cleanse, you would start eating raw, maybe you wouldn't be eating any more cooked food. You would start eating raw foods instead, salads and fruits. And then as you get closer to maybe the last day, you should be doing liquids. You could do soup, even though that's cooked, but it should be liquids. Then so that when you get to the water, so you're easing you in from solids into liquids, from cooked foods into raw foods, and then you start the water cleanse. Because what can happen if you don't transition properly is that you then become fecal matter. It becomes impacted inside, and it'll be stuck there if you don't do that transition in. So and then transitioning out is the same. For my transition out, I pretty much did juices. I did mainly vegetable juices. I was trying to stay away from fruits because of the health issues. So I was trying to avoid sugars, but I did like a carrot juice. I did cucumber, those types of things. And I did spinach, like leafy greens, things that have a lot, added moringa, added spirulina, those types of things, and tomatoes.
I think you even got the spirulina from right here.
I did.
At New Earth Health Foods.
I definitely did get the spirulina right here where we're sitting.
So that means y'all need to come here to New Earth Health Foods as well.
Come on.
We're going to give a couple more plugs, shameless plugs, by the way. But yeah, it's all, you know, in order at the end of the day. So that's how you go in, that's how you go out. Because, you know, these are even instructions, but I'm sure, you know, I'm gonna come to you for more detail if I'm really ready to do 21 days. I may not be there yet, but I'm gonna work my way to your level of discipline.
But I'll have to say, I appreciate that you're doing the intermittent fasting, which is when you do your water fast, instead of 21 days, you do a little bit here, then you skip the next month. And so he's been doing it on the solstices and equinoxes, and we do it together.
That's
which
right. And
is
so
a great way, a great family.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Exactly. So I appreciate that. I'm glad to be able to do this with
I'm here
someone.
to support you, your assistant.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. All right. So I think this was kind of touched on, but how did you find the discipline with a full family house, business, breastfeeding, not breastfeeding all 5 children, but you're breastfeeding and you have 5 children. You're cooking for them without eating the food that you're cooking. You're smelling the food. It's coming out nice. We smelling it. We tasting it. But you're not eating it. You're just on the water. You have a daughter who's a vegan chef, right, who got Nkwa, so she's cooking up a storm. So how did you find the discipline so that food is just walked in past your nose and you just like, let me know into your mindset, and also how did you feel about that?
Well, I say one of the reasons why water fasting is so effective is what happens after those 3 days. Okay. Day 4 and going, you have no desire to eat anything, no cravings, no appetite. What? Appetite's gone.
I would think you would get more appetite on day 4,
no,
even more on day 5. By day 21, you like ripping your locks out. But that's not the case.
Let me just say for me.
Okay.
Day 4 and going.
Because you did it the right way. I think maybe people who ain't doing it, because I'm thinking like somebody in the desert they ain't had nothing to eat by day 21. But you actually felt energy. You would be in the desert doing some stuff in aerobics or something. So you have the right method. So go ahead.
You lose your appetite, and there's not any food. In fact, I think because I had so much energy, I started cooking more food during the time that was wasn't
baking? Yeah,
I was baking cakes and cookies.
I don't know when you last started. You was last
healthy desserts.
Healthy. with ingredients coming right here from New Earth Health
Yeah,
Food.
Exactly. But I was baking a lot. I wasn't even doing that. I wasn't doing much baking before then. I was doing gluten-free foods for the family and trying all different kinds of recipes and things during that time. And everybody was loving it, even though I couldn't taste it myself to even know if it was flavored properly. So for me, I was very strict about the water cleanse. I wouldn't even dip my spoon or finger in to taste to make sure the soup or stew was properly,
because that'll take you out of ketosis, right?
Exactly. And I didn't want to have any possibility of anything happening. So in fact, I would just have someone else. I'll be like, my budding vegan chef. I'll be like, come taste this. Tell me if it needs anything else. Or I'll have...
And Alma has an event coming up, too, for Nkwa. Is that right?
That's very correct.
Okay.
She'll have a lot of the delicious foods. That's the contomere, and whatever else, and pizza, vegan pizza, healthy vegan pizza, and different things that
I think that's one of the remixed pizzas where they got contomere and egusi, akatiwa
it's like
on the pizza.
A fusion of Ghanaian meats, international foods.
Okay.
So
that's MEETS, not Ghanaian. MEATS.
Connect.
So,
the fusion.
You see, that's the vegan side. All right.
But so
and that's at the Accra. What is it?
Accra Premium Festival, Food Festival.
Okay.
That's gonna be on Tuesday the 5th. That's next week, and Ghana Independence Day the 6th, which is a Wednesday. That's next week, Wednesday.
And that's our son's birthday, by the way.
That's our son's birthday. He'll be 11 years old. I can't believe it.
Now, I'm sure there are going to be so many vegan vendors out there. So if you're vegan, you'll have, so many people to choose from. Or is this like a feature for Amma?
This is a feature for Amma.
Oh, wow.
She will be, I believe, the only vegan, vegan.
Wow. What an honor.
Yeah, and she's being featured, so it's an excellent opportunity for her, but for everyone else to come out and see what she's doing out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you're vegan and you're going to the Accra Premium Food Festival, make a beeline to Nkwa. It's going to be the only vegan vendor in one of the premier food festivals in Ghana and all of West Africa. So this is really amazing.
So you can just type in the Accra Premium Food Festival and you'll see it. It's at the Grand Oyi Mine, which is near the Marina Mall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know that place. Okay. So this is just so Black Amazing Mama Kala. I want you to just go into, you mentioned briefly the challenges, but how did you feel when the going got rough, you know?
And I will have to say the going did get rough. I discovered while I was on the fast, while I was on that 21-day fast, I realized I had worms. I had like a bug in my...
like parasites.
Yeah, like parasites,
oh, wow.
which is not something to do while you're on a fast. You should not have parasites when you're on a fast, but I didn't realize it until I was already maybe 2 weeks in so I guess I wasn't seeing those symptoms or feeling it as much when I was eating food, but once your body is now doing all of this detoxing and you realize that things that you may not have been paying attention to before, now you can really feel those things. So for me,
it's like those parasites were already there, but you were able to find them and eradicate them because you were on this 21 day fast. And if you didn't do the fast, maybe you wouldn't have ever known.
True. And so what I also did on top of the fast is I contacted Dr. Sharita, and she put me in touch with a company that does colonics here in the Medina area or Adenta area. Okay. And so I went and got a colonic during the 21-day fast to further help clean out my system as well. So that was very, very helpful. Sure, you mentioned them.
So I'll mention the name because we did also have them recently. Unfortunately, my father transitioned, and that was our caterer, is Gut Care.
Regenerative Health Center.
And, you know, people know them for things like colonics and things like that, but they have a restaurant as well. So, you know, we have Nkwa. This ain't no competition. We are all working to get people's health right. Just like Mama Kala, she's bringing in an entirely new dimension that people don't think about. 21 days. Even people who are focused on health are not thinking, you know, forward like how you are. You are a visionary, Mama Kala. You are a visionary. I'm just amazed.
So, again, to say, you know, the motivation was there. You know, transitioning. I think the question about breastfeeding. Right. What I did have to do was wean my son off of it. Okay. I was still producing, but not at the level that he was used to. So I did start giving him alternative milks, different nut milks and things. I guess we can also plug Kweku's cashew milk, and thank you for them, because Kweku's cashew, that's Kweku Asantu Maroon.
Right then, Ekwepem Mampong.
Yeah, Ekwepem Mampong. My son would just guzzle that down, so I would have that available for him. And so those replacements is what also allowed me to go ahead with this water cleanse. And what else did you ask me? So that's how I was able to do this.
Like overcome the challenges.
Overcome the challenges.
And you had mentioned the parasites. I also know that here at New Earth Health Foods and Products, they also have...
Worms Be Gone.
Yeah.
That's an excellent
Tell us about that. I know CKLS. So let me know.
I mean, these are all herbs that you can use to cleanse your system as well. And I also did use an herbal mixture when I did the colonic to make sure everything was flushed out as well. So, you know, it was a combination of things that went on. But it was definitely helpful that I did the water cleanse, because not only when I came out of it did I lose the weight I wanted to lose, all the symptoms that I had of all the symptoms that were a result of diabetes were gone. Wow. I do not have diabetes anymore. Wow. I have no blood sugar issues anymore. So I did take the blood sugar test before I started, and which was at an 11. I had an 11, number of 11, which is high. That's very high, yeah. It shouldn't be more. It shouldn't go over 7. And by the end, I was at 4 point something, 4.6 or something like that. That's a major drop. So and that's been consistent since October up until now. We're about to go into March. So that's almost 6 months of me having no blood sugar issues, you know, radiant skin, as he mentioned. a lot of energy, no more fatigue. But what allowed me, one of the things that can happen when you do a 21-day water fast is once you start eating again, the body starts storing that fat and those weight starts to come back. So you have to, it's very important that you follow up with intermittent fasting.
Okay.
And so after I did...
And when you say intermittent fasting, you know, I get a sense of what it's about. Can you tell me what exactly is intermittent fasting? And you don't have to go into detail, because if you want detail, you need to contact Mama Kala, and she is going to let you know how to do it. But just give us a little bit of a breakdown of what intermittent fasting is all about.
So, for example, once I took a pause after the 21 days for about 10 days, and then I got back on and did another 10 days. From there, I had reached my goal.
Okay.
That was mid-November. Then I would say by December 1st, and I was doing a lot of exercise too. So once I got off the fast, I started an exercise regimen to help me stay on the weight within the weight loss goal that I had, the weight loss target. And then by December, I joined my husband here in doing a 3-day water fast. That was the winter solstice. I actually think I did December 1st to December 3rd, and then I joined him for the winter solstice.
So she's been doing like 3-day fast, 21, 10. She's doing just amazing things.
And again, that's just from my journey and where I'm trying to be health-wise. But I know one of the things in my research is that, especially for those who have blood sugar issues, your body is very water dependent. In fact, everybody's body is very water dependent. And to make sure that you do not regain those blood sugar issues, for those who have it, you have to, your body is very water dependent. I think that's the message for those who have type 2 diabetes, that your body is very water dependent, and you need a lot more than the average person may need in order to make sure that you're in balance. So that's one of the lessons I took away from it, that I'm very water dependent. And that's from years of not eating healthy foods. Before I became vegan, I was eating meat. That was like 20 something years ago. I grew up on eating the foods that my family members who now have it were eating. The greasy foods, the fried things, the pastas, the breads, the pastries, the cakes and things. Those all, for so many years of sugary foods and all of these things, had built up to this point. So it wasn't like an overnight situation. It's all these years of eating poorly. McDonald's and all these fast food restaurants, they're not for us. And they're not for African people. And I think you also documented your journey. There's a fitness challenge on Abibitumi. So people who are interested, you can download the Abibitumi app, Abibitumi, or go to the browser, Abibitumi, that's Black Power. And you had, I remember you would take photos of like the scale and, just, you got the before and after photo, which is just like mind-blowing to see the difference. So, just in terms of the documentation, maybe other people want to join you on that journey. Is there a place that they can post that's not owned by white people? Are there any black platforms where people can follow you? So I love the leading question, which I rest my case. Which is, you can join us on Abibitumi. There is that group, the fitness challenge, where you can join us. There's other people going doing on their own optimal health journeys as well. You can join us there, and people can reach out to me on Abibitumi. There's instant messaging, just like you get on all these other sites, on the WhatsApps and the Facebooks. We have instant messaging. You just get on Abibitumi.com. And hold, this is black people who run it? This is black people who run it. This ain't Master Mark Zuckerberg's plantation? No, it's not. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna download that right now, Mama. I think you already have it. So everybody should go get it. Download the app, and you can find me on there. I'm gonna follow you. You can follow me on there.
I'm gonna connect with you and friend you on there.
You can do all of that on
Wow.
there.
Wow.
You've already done that, actually.
Oh,
so.
okay. and I just want to tell you, like, what you're saying, just the depth of it, it's like music to my, like, I could listen to you all day. I won't be able to because I do want, you know, we got people on Abibitumi who got some questions, and we got maybe a good 12 minutes left. Maybe you could go into any cleansing crisis, weakness, body pains. We asked you about challenges, mucus, you mentioned parasites, yeast, old blood. Was there anything beyond what you have already mentioned that you may want to go into before we now turn over to our guests on Abibitumi, the Black Power people?
And I'll do this quick because there's not much time remaining.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, the health issues that I mentioned, I had those. I had headaches at the beginning, the first 3 days of the water cleanse. Right. I had, you know, I did have yeast infections, and what else did I have?
All of that was resolved.
Fatigue, all of it was resolved. Wow. Even by the third day, the foot pain, that excruciating foot pain I had was gone. By the third day, it was gone. I woke up, stood up, and nothing. Wow. And from that point, that was another motivation to keep going.
Because you could see the results right there.
And then every day, I would get on the scale and see 1 pound gone, 2 pounds gone, 1.5 pounds, and that's a huge motivation. Right. So between those two things and the energy and feeling those symptoms going away, that, you know, and no appetite, which I feel like with a lot of diets, you're trying to curb your appetite. In this case, you don't even have to do that because there is none. You just lose it. And so cooking all these foods for the family, smelling it was enjoyable, but there was no urge to be like, oh, let me just get a little sip of. There was none of that. There was none of that. I had no issues. In fact, at certain points, I didn't want to be near food. Like I didn't want to eat food. The idea of eating food was not appealing to me during the fast. Okay. Yeah. So
all
it's really it's a really transformative experience, and you know the benefits of it outweighed any of the challenges. But I do also want to mention I did go to get a doctor's advice before starting this. And I went for constant checkups afterwards.
Maybe that's even something Dr. Sharita can do, because I know that she's, you know, a naturopathic doctor. So we have people all around us, you know, gut, you know, health, gut care, regenerative health. Like, I think that this is a really good and responsible way, because you don't want people just running out there and say, all right, well, I'm just going to drink water, and then they fall flat. That you actually did it a responsible way. You sought
checked
guidance.
In with healthcare professionals, definitely, and I suggest that anybody who wants to start one, you should check in, especially if you do have some serious underlying health issues that also require medication or any of those types of things. You should have someone on your team, and you even create a team that you check in with before, during, and even after.
I'm sure you have your recommendations for a great team.
I definitely do.
So this is just amazing, black amazing, I think I said. And you are a role model. Like, I look up to you. You know, hold up. I actually look up to you. Mama Ka, it's just amazing. So I want us to just briefly, you know, we got our studio audience here. You know, we got the soundtrack with the class. Yeah. We got those who are here online through Abibitumi. Do we have any questions for either those here present or those online, even those on YouTube? I don't want to ignore the people even who are on white-owned platforms. Like you, I'm sure they even have a voice and something they want to ask.
Are there?
So if there's anyone who has questions here, we're going to prioritize those on a black platform. But anybody with any questions here? Okay.
Yes. Should he speak into the microphone?
Yeah, and if you can also introduce yourself.
Let me bring the mic to him. Oh, he should come here. Sorry, okay. Yes.
Even better. Okay. So people know we actually do have an audience, and we ain't just faking it for the green screen.
My name is Heru.
Okay.
And my question to you is, how did you discover that you had parasites?
That's a good question. I started to feel nausea. There was during the fast. And I knew this wasn't normal for the fast because I had already done the fast before. So I had done actually did a 21-day fast some years before, and I remember I remember the things that I experienced then, and I never had that issue. So I knew that something was off.
Wow.
Because it's supposed to be that you have an abundance of energy and you don't have there's no symptoms unless you're detoxing from something. Like I did develop, like one of the other symptoms was I developed pimples or a bump right here on my chin. But I knew
toxins being released, right?
So then I took herbal things that you would take for a parasite. And once I took them, the symptoms were gone.
So the pimples, is that an indication? The pimples, is that an indication that parasites were there? Or that's just something that the body is saying, okay, I'm releasing these toxins?
It could actually be both. It could be both. One, that you have toxins that need to be released and they're coming out through the skin, and it could also be due to the parasites. Both. So for me, for this particular cleanse, I wasn't even sure, what the parasites were causing, but I knew that they were there, and what I ended up doing is I took some papaya seeds. That was one, and I felt instantly better. That kills parasites. Wow. And then I followed up with some other herbs that I don't remember at the moment, and then all those symptoms were gone. So that's how I was able to figure. You got to test things out. I just figured out that it was parasites. Yeah.
So this is amazing. I think this is why people should seek your guidance, because you've done it before. You did it years ago. You've done it again. So you even know, oh, this isn't normal. This is something that's off. Somebody who's just, trying to wing it for the first time, they wouldn't know that, oh, maybe this is parasites. Maybe this is toxins being released. Maybe. So I think this is, a great question from you, Brother Heru. And you are, it sounds like you have a deep Ghanaian accent. Is that correct? Are you from Ghana here?
No, sir. I am African.
Of course.
However, I was born in America.
Okay.
This is my first visit.
You came all the way to this health talk in your first visit. You could be anywhere, but you came to the health. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Mama Kyle, you're inspiring.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
My goodness. This brother flew all the way from the U.S. just to come participate in Mama Kala Iya Olomi Mami Waters Health Watch Talk. This is this is amazing. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So I'm sure this is transformative for you too. Okay,
Indeed.
You have another
if I may
follow-up question?
ask one more question. Did you see any mucus or feel any mucus during the fast?
That's a great question.
That is a good question. I actually recorded everything that happened to me day by day. And so
that needs to be a book.
That needs to be
Maybe
a book.
Maybe an ebook download. Keep an eye out. You never know what's coming next from Mami Wata. All right.
And I do want to put all the information I gathered together and to help people. If anybody wants my help, they can reach out to me. I would like to. I believe that if I don't want to see Black people suffering if they don't have to.
That's right.
So if I can, if my personal journey can help heal somebody, then I'm willing to share what I have, what information I have. So in terms
for just a nominal fee, so we can build this water cleansing institution that this beautiful woman is going to do. Go ahead.
But when I look back on, because I don't remember every detail of what happened to me in terms of symptoms, but I did not see mucus. I do not remember having any mucus, but that definitely could be a symptom for someone going through a water fast. You could definitely have mucus. There could be there's a whole host of things that the water cleanse heals. I actually have a list here of there's a whole host of different illnesses that you can heal through water cleansing. So I have here, let me see. Where did I have? You
mentioned the diabetes.
I mentioned the diabetes. I meant, and in addition to that, let me see.
Blood pressure.
Yep, high blood pressure. I'm trying to. I have all my little notes here, but there's a lot of.
Contact you for them notes. She ain't
I
giving
guess
you all the goodies.
There's and there's a lot of research you can do. There's, Google it, and you can see all the benefits, all the things you can heal from doing a cleanse. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, go ahead.
Mami water. Madase. And it is an honor to sit at your feet and learn.
Thank
absolutely,
you.
Absolutely. All right, let's give Brother Heru a round of applause. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Heru. Is there any other questions?
Yeah, anyone online? Any questions from those online? Any questions from those here?
I'm still gonna look for my
health. And if not, maybe we could start giving out contact information. We are close to the top of the hour. So maybe you can, how can people find you? How can people, get more information? You mentioned that this book is about to drop. The ebook is going to be downloadable, all these things. So how can someone get more information from you if they want your guidance? Mami Wata.
They can reach out to me on the Abibitumi. I also have my personal email, and I'm going to share that with anyone who's serious about getting more information. So that would be Kala, M as in money, Kambon. That's not a good word. M as in Mami Water. Thank you. M as in Mami Water, Kambon at gmail.com. That's Kala, Kala, M as in Mami Water, Kambon at gmail.com. And before I go, I do have my little list here. Chronic health problems can be solved by 21-day water fast. Dyspepsia, loss of appetite, diarrhea, colic, gastritis, inflammation of bowels, sinusitis, allergies, skin problems, diabetes, migraines, joint pains, gas problems, constipation, and more. So again, if you want more information, you can definitely reach out to me. I will also be at the Accra Premium Food Festival at the Nkwa booth. That's NKWADUA.com. You can go there for more information and see us there. And
maybe you could do a collaboration with Kid Chef Ama.
Maybe I could.
That's
there will be some giveaways when you sign up as a member for Nkwa, and it's a treat, to be able to see Ama at her best. So please come out and hang out with us and see what's going on. Again, that's Accra Premium Food Festival and Nkwa.com.
Wonderful. And we would perhaps give your phone number out, but I got my sword here just in case. Hey man, don't be trying to get my wife's phone number unless you're really serious about fasting. That's the only context where we can give out the phone number. But all right, so
that's true. I could give. Okay, so you could also reach me at my personal line. That's if you're here in Ghana. That's 0545-028875, and I'm reachable direct. You can also reach me on WhatsApp through that line. Don't hurt me. He does not like WhatsApp. Or more better than WhatsApp, please reach me on Abibitumi.
Amazing. So I just go to Abibitumi, go to the member list, and you can search for Kala, and the beautiful face of my lovely, magnificent wife will show up. And I see that somebody has a raised hand. Nataki how's that spelled? Kambon. Okay, so let's go to that person.
Hi. So for the first part, I had mentioned some things, which is what is most amazing about the water cleanse is after you get through those first 3 days, and some people might have a few symptoms lingering after the 3 days, you don't have an appetite. There's no want for food. Like, it's completely gone. So that's what makes it easy to not want to cheat on this approach to getting towards your optimal health. You just don't have any cravings, no stomach pains, no growling stomach saying I want food. You deal with all of that in the first 3 days. So if you can mentally get through the first 3 days, and I would suggest doing it like on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so you're on a weekend when you're going through those first 3 days, and prepare yourself to not have to be around too many people. Also be near a bathroom, because all that water has to come out somehow, and you are constantly having to be at the bathroom, so that's another part of it. You have to organize yourself around those types of things, but you just have to mentally prepare yourself that you're going to have headaches, you're going to have other symptoms, you're going to have hunger pains in those first 3 days. But once you get over that, the benefits outweigh anything that you could experience in those 3 days. If you think about the rest of your life versus the 3 days and all the benefits that come for the rest of your life, you are expanding your life. You're expanding your life. And I feel like I've done that by doing this. So, I've allowed myself to be here longer for my family by doing this. And I've done something for myself that I'm proud of. And I feel like my health has dramatically increased. So if you think about what the benefits are and allow those things to be the things that get you through that first hump of the water cleanse, then you'll know that every painful any symptoms that you're dealing with, whether it's pains in your body, all of that will be gone. And if you know that you won't have to deal with those things anymore, and all you have to do is experience these small things that are happening to you in the first 3 days, why not go for it? Why not try? Push yourself, and also have a community. Reach out to people who can help you. I had Obadele or Bimfo Obadele here to go to and talk through, whatever issues I was having. He was like, oh, add some salt, add some sea salt to your water. That'll help with this and that, with your headaches, which is something that he does. And that's one of the little things that you can do and learn more about. In terms of your second question, that's for electrolytes. And I think because I had the worms and it was bothering me, I did drink coconut water twice during the cleanse to alleviate some of those issues. But for the most part, it was 21 days, and that also has electrolytes. So to answer the second part of your question, Taki, about Nkwa, what would be happening there is Nkwa and Ama will have, my daughter Ama Kambon will be having a booth set up there where she'll be selling very delicious, healthy, vegan foods. And there is also going to be a membership sign up for anybody who is interested in signing up for promotional items through Enquadria. And what else do I want to tell y'all? We're gonna be unveiling new menu items with some notable Ghanaians present. I don't know who is aware, but Amma just went to and she was invited to the listening party for a very well-known Ghanaian reggae artist named Black Rasta, which is on the Enquadria page, where you will see her bringing a requested bottle of Sobolo to him, and he's just guzzling that thing down. So if you want a taste of that, that's her special recipe. You can get some of that at the food festival. There'll be some Ghanaian foods there. There's as I mentioned before, there's a international and Ghanaian fusion of pizza, vegan pizza that will be served there. And so that's on the 5th and 6th of March. That's next Tuesday and Wednesday. And what else do we want to say? That we're uploading videos and pictures on Abibitumi this weekend, so you can check out some of the things that have happened. And Enquadria is also hiring, so if you're interested in that, you can message us at enquadriavegan@gmail.com. That is NKWADUA vegan, VEGAN @gmail.com. So again, if you want to come to the festival, you can check out enquadria.com. And if you are interested in working with us, you can also email us there.
This has just been life-changing and inspirational, for me personally, and I'm sure for those who are online as well. I think, we're going to have to wrap it up, but before we do, I wanted to know, do you have any final parting words of inspiration as Iya Olomi, the Oracle Mami Wata, who knows all about this water cleanse? Let's hear something.
Main takeaways is, if you're suffering from some chronic health issues, you don't have to anymore, and you can regenerate and factory reset your health by simply drinking water. It's very simple, it's not difficult, and anyone can do it. That's one. And I hope that my personal story is an inspiration to anyone who feels that they need to do something, and they don't, and this is a possible path for them to reach their own personal goals in their health and in their life. So those are the main pieces. The main thing is, you don't have to suffer. You can do something about it. You can do something right now about it. And for everyone else, I hope this was inspiring. You don't necessarily have to go through my path to optimal health, but you can start moving towards optimal health in whatever way that you feel that you should, but you should definitely do something and do it now. So very important. You can get optimal health. You can live a great life, and you can extend the length of your life by focusing on your health and doing what you need to do for yourself. And I feel, I'm glad that I took the time to put myself where I needed to be, so that I can, be here for my family and do the things that I want to do for myself. So
very Black inspirational, words. And I'd like to thank all of those. I saw the question on YouTube. I think that ended up being answered in terms of the festival coming up, then also the collaboration with Kid Chef Ama. So we do appreciate those who posted questions there, those who came through Abibitumi as well for the questions, those who are here. Okay.
One more thing, drink water. If there's anything you got from this, drink. If you're not drinking enough, drink more. If you are drinking, drink more. Your body is very water dependent. Most of your body is actually made up of water. You need it to flush out all the toxins. Your body actually takes a break from all the work it does when you eat, so that it can repair and damage things, and that water helps to cleanse that out. Drink water. Find a water app or something that can help you. This technology that I used to help me during the journey of my fast, which I can share with people who reach out to me. But increase your water intake.
So on a scale of blacknificence from 0 to 10, how do you feel now having completed successfully your 21-day water fast?
100.
That's right. All right. So again, we thank all of those who came, both online and also in person. We have people who flew into the country just for this talk. That's I'm just amazed. And
he flew in because he's Haru.
He flew in, and boy, are his arms tired.
His wings.
All right. So again, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. This has been Health Watch here at New Earth Health Products. You can check it out, New Earth Health Foods, that has new body products here, a whole array of things. Dr. Sharita Gauss, a big sister to me and so many in the community. So we want to thank her for having us. And me personally, I want to thank the Blacknificent Iya Olomi, Mami Wata, for sharing a little bit about her life's journey. She didn't have to do this, but she shared a bit of her life's journey to inspire others and to increase the longevity and quality of life of so many. So I want to thank you deeply for being that role model and that inspiration.
Thank you, too. I'm thankful to Dr. Sharita for even encouraging me to share this journey, and, thankful to you for doing this, the interviewing, and for everybody else who has joined us today to get more information about what's going on. This has been, a new part of this journey for me as well, so appreciate it. And thank you very much, Dr. Y'all have to come check out her place. This is excellent. It's excellent, and it's also beautiful, the way she has it laid out. So please come and see the array of products she has here. So thank you, Dr. Sharita. Thank you, everybody. Abibitumi, Obadele, Medasi.
Wata no get enemy, wata. It no get enemy. Oh me oh lota oh wata. It no get enemy. All right, signing off from Abibitumi from New Earth Health Foods, New Body Products. It's been Black Powerful. Abibitumi, Abibi Fahodie.
Abibitumi, Abibi Fahodie.